These are worrying numbers when we look at it. And again, in year 2002, selected mortalities in total mortality in Serbia, when we look at it, the cardiovascular diseases caused 54% of the total deaths in year 2002. The malignant neoplasm is 17%, respiratory diseases 3%, and others and 23%. As I mentioned before, the cardiovascular disease and the malignant neoplasms are the major causes of tobacco use. Should Serbia be worried about it? Well, when we look at some of the developments in recent years, the answer is no, not necessarily, because Serbia, the most important one is that Serbia has been drafting a new law on comprehensive ban on tobacco smoking in closed public places to protect people from secondhand smoke. Smoke-free laws are popular in many countries and do not harm the businesses. About 16 countries around the world are covered by comprehensive smoke-free laws, and the number has been increasing. We often face the questions, do smoke-free policies hurt hospitality industry? That is the question that I heard this about 16, 17 years ago when I first started into this area. And this has actually become a political rather than an economic argument, because there is enough evidence worldwide, developed and developing world, that there is no negative impact of smoke-free laws to the economy. When we look at that, the 22 peer-reviewed studies, we didn't find any negative impact. And however, we found some negative effect by the tobacco industry-sponsored studies. One of the examples, perhaps the recent one, is that in New York City introduced smoke-free law in July 2003. And 2004, 8.7% of the receipts of the restaurants and bars increased after a year. And the bars and the hospitality sector generated 10,600 new jobs after the law. Let me go through a little bit more. When you look at before the law passed, the city was collecting about 20 million tax revenues from the hospitality sector. The revenue has increased a year later to $21 million. That's a huge increase in tax receipts. Again, another information from in California. California is, if you look at it, smoking is banned in restaurants. And when you really look at their receipts, it increased from $2 billion to $2.7 billion. One of the reasons is that once the restaurants and bars become smoke-free, more families started to enjoy dining out with their families. That made a big difference. I would like to elaborate a little bit on the smoke-free laws. Of course, as the minister mentioned, no safe level of secondhand smoke. Smoke-free environments protect non-smokers. There's no doubt about this evidence. And also encourage smoke-free homes. Now, probably you may hear, or if you haven't heard it, you will very soon, that if you ban smoking in restaurants or bars or closed doors, the smokers will start smoking more at homes. That's one of the arguments they will come up with. And we have done some studies from the countries, and we did not find any evidence from those who implemented comprehensive law that they haven't experienced any heavy smoking at homes. On the contrary, evidence from the UK showed that the total ban on public places, UK showed that the total ban on public places increased smoke-free homes 22% to 37%, because people became much more aware. If they cannot smoke outside the home, people realize that why do they need to poison their own families? Also, it saved about £181 million from prevention of fires due to smoking, and 2.8 billion from the improved productivity of staff no longer taking smoking breaks. Of course, as we mentioned before, that there are no ventilation systems that prevent the exposure of the secondhand smoke. If you are planning to have a comprehensive ban, ban it. There is no reason to have a special rooms or separating rooms for smokers and non-smokers. That doesn't work. As the Minister has already shown here, I like that one very much, that there is no separation at all. And as I said, that ventilation system doesn't work. I think that the main message is that the Serbian people deserve clean air quality, same as New Yorkers or others. And this is one of the evidence. Before this act, as you can see here, the EPA standards proposed was 0.05 milligram of the clean air quality measure. And before the law, as you can see that the bars and restaurants, the air quality was worse. And when we look at after the ban, as you can see that the quality has improved significantly. So bottom line is that smoke-free places are cost-effective on reducing smoking behavior and consumption. WHO estimates that enforcement of smoke-free policies would save one daily for $358. And many countries would like to save from non-smoking legislations. The evidence is very clear from many countries, including Canada, as well as in the United States. I think it would be useful to conduct a study in Serbia to see how much Serbia will be saving from the smoke-free laws.